Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, write a Java program which results in array index out of bounds exception. Let me answer with practical demonstration. So in Java, you are going to get this array index out of bounds exception while writing or including arrays in your Java program. So let's switch to Eclipse IDE for practical demonstration. Here I'm going to create a new class, a random class. I'll just name this class as class 7 with main method. Inside the main method, I'm going to create an array. Okay. So if you have to see that array index out of bounds exception, without arrays, we cannot do that. How to create the arrays? Integer array, AR is equal to new int of, I will give the size of the array as 3. That means into this array, I can store up to 3 elements only. So if I try to store the first element, which is available at the index 0, first element of the array will be at the index 0. I'll give 9 here, AR of 1, which is available at the index 1. Okay, AR of 2, which will be available at the index 7. Like this, I'll give 3 elements. So far, so good. If I run this program, system.out.println, AR dot or AR of 0. If I retrieve this AR of 0, if I print it, whatever the value that is element that is assigned to this array at the index 0 will be retrieved and printed. That is 9 will be printed. If I run like this, if I write system.out.println AR of 1, this 5 will be printed. System.out.println AR of 2, what will be printed, guys? 7 will be printed. All good. Run this code and observe that. When you run the code and observe that, let me run it again. I have run the code and observe that there will not be any problem or exception. In the output, we'll simply get the array element values printed. That is 957 will be printed. What if I try to add one more element to the array? Even though the size of the array is 3, if I try to add the fourth element, okay, like this, then what will happen? At the line 12, you are going to get array index out of bounds exception. Once array index out of bounds exception occurs, the remaining code will not be executed. Okay, will not see anything because at the line 12, you are going to get array index out of bounds exception. You see here, exception in thread main, java.lang is the package from this exception. This is a predefined class in Java, guys, array index out of bounds exception class. Here they're clearly saying the length is 3, but index is 3. That means index 3 means fourth element. Size of the array is only 3. How can you store fourth element? It is saying indirectly. At the line 12, you got the exception, it's saying. But if I comment this one, the exception will be gone, right? Only 3 elements you are storing. So the program is fine and you will not get any exception. Other place where you will get this array index out of bounds exception is like the system.out.println AR of 3 if you write, okay? You have not stored it. You see, there are 3 elements only, that the size of the array is 3. Only 3 elements you stored, but you are trying to retrieve the fourth element, which is not there in the array. In that case also, at line 17, you will get this. After all these print statements got executed, the line 17, you will get the exception. You see 957 got printed, and when you try to print the element that doesn't exist at that index, okay? So there you will get array index out of bounds exception. Index 3 out of bounds for length 3 will be retrieved and printed, guys, at the line 17. So hope, guys, you understood about this answer for this question. That is writing a Java program which results in array index out of bounds exception. So this is a situation where array index out of bounds exception occurs, guys, when the size of the array is some 3, and if you're trying to store the fourth element or fifth element, or trying to access the fourth element or fifth element, even though the size of the element is 3, in such kind of cases, you are going to get array index out of bounds exception with practical demonstration. I have answered this question for you. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye.